Well, time right now is 8:20, and we did get some new data recently from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services that's finding 48% of all parents find that their stress is really completely overwhelming. That's compared to 26% of all other adults who aren't parents. And that is why the nonprofit Southwest Human Development says that this data is highlighting such a growing and urgent need for more support for parents, caregivers, and families. And that is why they have created the Birth to Five Helpline. And on Monday, it officially kicks off their awareness week of this free service helping families right here in Arizona. That's why I have Maria joining me live here this morning. You know, Maria, I'm a mom myself, a new mom to a 1.5-year-old. So many of us are feeling these stressors. You wonder, is it normal? Is it not? And you just want someone to talk to about it sometimes. I'm curious, what are some of the challenges that families who are calling in say that they're facing?
Well, just like you're mentioning, parents are worried about getting it right with their children, understanding what they're seeing, understanding child development, maybe having worries or concerns. And there's a lot of competing priorities in parents' lives, from how do I balance work and childcare, financial stressors, sometimes parental isolation too, when your relationships change because now you're really busy with a little one. And so parents are just really looking for peace of mind, feeling like they know their child, they want to feel competent and confident in raising them as best they can.
So parents and caregivers can call this hotline 5 days a week. When they call, what type of help or advice are they getting? What are some of the main things that they're calling about?
Well, one of the most unique things about the helpline is our approach, which is very individualized and compassionate. So first of all, we're really going to be with them in whatever worries or concerns they're having, with a lot of empathy and understanding, and then kind of moving on to thinking about some ideas and strategies around things like, why is my 2-year-old suddenly having temper tantrums and they're so hard to calm and soothe? Or my young baby is very fussy and hard to soothe. Or maybe I have questions about, like, how can I get my child to sleep better, take a nap, and you know, just when you get one thing kind of settled with your child, they change, and then you have more questions. So people can call as many times as they'd like, and we will stay with them and not rush them and really allow them to explore what's going on.
Yeah, there's co-sleeping, there's issues with feeding, right? Like, oh, now they're not eating this type of food anymore.
Right.
What do I give them? So people can call. What else do they need to know about the service? It's Monday through Friday. Are they going to get a counselor on the phone, or how does that work?
So the helpline specialists all have master's degrees in early childhood development or mental health, and they can call from 8 to 8 Monday through Friday, or they can text, or we have an email form, and so they can expect that, you know, we will answer their questions, connect them to community resources as well. So sometimes if there's a big concern about development, maybe they are looking for an evaluation, and we'll work with them on who's available in their area, what kind of insurance they take, and do a lot of that legwork for them to take the burden off of calling, you know, 15 places, and instead giving them referrals that are really going to work for them and don't feel overwhelming.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us here live in studio to talk about this free service for Arizona families. I know you guys get hundreds of calls every month, every year, I'm sure.
Yeah, we do. We get a lot of calls every month, and we're there. We want parents to feel like they're not in it alone. That is our central message, and to find a way to have some self-compassion for how hard it is to kind of get through those early years and find joy with their children.
And that's what it's all about, right? Finding and clinging onto that joy. Thank you again for your time this morning, Maria. And again, that Awareness Week officially starts on Monday, but we are talking about it here on your Saturday on ABC 15 Weekend Mornings.